Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new video. Today we're once again returning to the Minecraft Titanic. And as you'll notice, there's a brand new set of portholes, which means an entirely new deck has been finished. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank this back down to like 18, or 15 should be good. Because I didn't want to break. I wanted to get the full ship in the initial shot. So here we go. Let's see. First we have fireman's quarters, pretty standard, all that stuff. Although, something you'll notice pretty quickly is that this deck is actually taller than the last one. Also, this one has light. Also, E deck has lights now, because D deck was actually made a little bit taller for some of the public rooms we're going to see later on. Got more crew areas and bathrooms. It's actually one of the more standard fireman's quarters decks. Let's see, back here, this little crew area here. Oh, I did not add roofing, apparently. That might happen a few times. E-deck got a little wonky. Some parts, I'm guessing I... Oh, wait, what? Okay, I guess I added this to everywhere but here. Okay. So anyway, this area now has a entrance into the third class open space. Check this out. It's actually not that grand or even really that detailed, but we do have it now. It's pretty big, pretty open. And we have these staircases that go down to the lower decks, as well as the two that are going to go up to the forecastle deck. Or actually, no, not the forecastle deck, the well deck. And here is what these decks look like now, or E-deck looks like. Here, Scotland Road. I did these to try to put in those, like, pipes. Yeah, but I'm not sure if it worked really well, but, you know. We have this that goes all the way down to the squash court on G deck. And we also have a bar area here. Now we have more first class cabins. A lot of them. A whole lot of them, and I even added these little open areas here at the top. Because, you know, we had the extra deck of space, why not? We then have the boarding area here. You know, there's really not that much in here. Then we have the reception room with brightly colored carpets, nicely detailed wood paneling walls, which I used quartz stairs and stuff like that for. Oh, that's right. It was probably something here, huh? Let's see. What happens if I... Yeah. Okay, I remember why I did that now. Yeah, some things didn't work quite as well as I'd hoped they would. The stairs were particular pains to deal with. We got lots of support pillars, stuff like that, and a piano, a lovely piano right here. You'll also notice that we have the two tall windows, and while it doesn't actually reach both portholes, they are represented here on the side of the ship. Now, heading further aft, we have probably the biggest room in the ship, the dining room. Pretty big, very open, very spacious. We have the two piano things here. Nicely, I like to think I did a good job on them. I'm not sure if I really did or not. But yeah, nicely detailed little piano area things and lots of seating. This ship had a lot of first class people on it. Now, heading aft, that means we're getting into the galley area. And this area, it's actually fairly bland if you're just walking through it, but looking at it from above gets a lot more cluttered. We have, you know, we have some seating, some bed spaces, we have some cabins. I guess the rain filled those up, because sometimes it rains. We have cauldrons and stuff like that for general cooking, storage. That is something we'll get to a little bit later. But yeah. Let's see. And then we have the more big galley areas with lots of tables and stuff. I tried to build it to the best of my ability to the specifications. I'm going to really quickly. Actually, I don't think that's too loud. I tried to build this area to the best specifications. You can see where the light and air stuff is going to go. Things like that. The next area we have is actually a spiral staircase that starts on D deck and is going to go all the way up to the boat deck. We then have bakery. We have these areas in here. I think this is a printer room. Then we have this area, and this area might look a little bit familiar because it's like the one kitchen area that we actually have representations of in games and stuff. And this is like a hoist lift area. This hoist actually doesn't go anywhere, which is really weird. I don't know why, and I think it might just because I screwed up proportions and stuff. We have this staircase that goes down to the second class hallway here, and we have let's see, we have the hospital. We have the hospital, which you may have noticed I actually used Honor and Glory for, or Demo 401 I should say, because Demo 401 has the hospital. Did you know? Go check out my video on it. These rooms have toilets in them, because, you know, duh. I think they had toilets in them on the plans, so I'm assuming. The staircase is going to go up, and like right here's going to be second class stuff, right here's going to be first class stuff. It'll be great. Now heading a little bit further aft, we have this area here. We have a staircase that goes. Actually, we already. So hold on. Here we have the absolutely, really, actually fairly small second class dining room, which I was actually very surprised by. It looked a lot bigger on the plans. Again, proportion script, and it feels a lot bigger when you're walking through it, but that'll probably be a combination of proportion screw-ups and also me just not understanding the layout of the ship. So yeah, the deck plans have been pretty good actually. I've been liking them. Some pretty cool stuff here. And then heading out, we have the second class staircase, second class cabins galore. We have cargo hatches that are not at all visible. And then we have bathrooms. Lots of bathrooms. These areas have a lot of, yeah. Then we have the third class staircase, and we see the introduction of this lovely green and white tile pattern that is really only going to be present on these two decks, which is on this deck and C deck. So yeah, that'll suck a little bit, but you know. We have, you know, the toilets, lavatory areas, with this little back area for washing your hands. We have third class cabins galore, and that's actually it. This deck was mostly just big, sweeping public rooms and kitchen area and kitchen spaces, and it's been nice. But that's not all I have to show you, because there are a few interesting places that have been very much changed. Oh yeah, and here's the little candelabra thing. That have been very much changed by how these areas come together, and I'm actually very excited to show them off. They are the turbine room and the engine room. Oh yeah, and also this area is pretty cool. I think I tried to do all the pipe work. So let's go ahead and see those rooms, because they have some interesting stuff. And I'd also like to show off the crew dining room here, because I think it looks nice. It's actually a pretty decent area to eat in. But these rooms are actually pretty much done now. Technically, they're not going to be fully done until I finish the boat deck because of the escape hatches that go all the way up. But it is very different looking to have the actual roof put on over it, and the rooms are a lot darker because of it, which is actually pretty neat. And you'll see that I actually put lamps on certain spots along the catwalks. Now, the engine room doesn't have this problem as bad as the turbine room did. You'll see a lot more lamps in there because I don't know why. That room just is darker, much darker. I should probably put one here. And yeah, no, we got the giant engines. These things are humongous, and I absolutely adore them. I think I did a great job with them, and the more the ship comes together kind of around them, the better they actually look, in my opinion. more obscured by darkness, which probably doesn't actually sound that great. And yeah, the next room, as I mentioned, was the turbine room, which looks very different. And yeah, there are just a ton of lamps scattered around this room because it was very dark. I don't know why, but yeah, no, it's just been great. This room looks much better than I expected it to because I've never actually built a decent looking turbine engine in Minecraft before. The Lusitania ones that I built were ugly and horrible, and I should probably stop mentioning them because they really deserve to be forgotten. But I'd say this one turned out much better. It looks more like a real engine. And over here, we just have the spaces that go up. We have this area here. I don't really know what it's for. But then heading up, we have an interesting area. We have emergency dynamos up here, which I kind of modeled after all the other stuff in the lower decks. And then we got this thing here. Another thing that's going to be, oh yeah, and we have the escape for the engine room around here. It's pretty cool. And yeah, that's actually about all I really wanted to show you. The boiler rooms are also starting to look a lot darker too, but it's not as drastic. Let's see, what other areas? I guess I could show you guys I should probably show you guys the elevators and E-deck grand staircase to show you what those look like. And yeah, we've got this little view. This view will be completely intact. We have this area here, the elevators, which are not nearly as nice as I'd like them to be. Then we have these hallways, which are, again, way too wide because it's screwed up proportions. And this staircase also now has its final deck put in place. So that, yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's going pretty well. I'm excited to see how the final product turns out. And yeah, the next deck that we are going to be seeing is C deck. And as you all know, C deck includes the ship's well decks and some second class public rooms and stuff like that. So we're going to really start to see the ship is going to start looking a lot more like the Titanic because we're going to actually put the well decks in, and I think that will make a massive difference rather than just having C deck go all the way around the ship pretty much uninterrupted. And yeah, that's about it. The ship, it's going good. It's going slowly, but it's going good because I haven't been working on it very often, but when I do, I get a lot done. Like, when I started working just this weekend, actually, I only had the dining room floor put in. I didn't have any of the supports or walls or anything like that, and I did from that all the way to the back of the ship. Because I work on these things in bursts. Yeah. So, everything's going good. The ship is very much coming together, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. I think it's going to be really cool. Much better than my Lusitania already. It's so much better than the other one, and I'll have to come back to the Lusitania and do that one again because it really deserves another shot. I completely butchered that ship. And yeah, so we'll just have to see where this goes. Yeah, that's about it for this video. I'll be seeing you guys hopefully pretty soon. Bye.